When it comes to pushing the limits of what's possible, China is in a league of its own. From mind-blowing, record-smashing bridges to skyscrapers that look straight out of a sci-fi movie, not to mention islands crafted by human hands, China's landscape is almost unrecognizable. You won't believe some of the things they've built. Ever seen a city on water or a bridge that stretches farther than your imagination? Well, you're about to. Stick around as we dive into 20 of the most jaw-dropping creations the Chinese have ever made. Modern China is here, and trust me, the rest of the world better buckle up if they want to keep up. So, which of these builds blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to see which one you find most insane. If aliens ever land in China, don't be surprised if they head straight to Guangzhou, because the opera house there looks exactly like something out of a sci-fi movie. But nope, it's not a spaceship, it's one of the most jaw-dropping cultural landmarks in the world. Welcome to the Guangzhou Opera House, where art, architecture, and acoustics collide in the coolest way possible. This isn't just a venue, it's a 495,000 square foot masterpiece. That's about the size of 6 soccer fields. You could literally host a match inside, with room left over for the orchestra. Now let's talk sound. Whether you're sitting front row or up in the nosebleeds, the acoustics are tuned so precisely, it feels like the performance is happening just for you. 2 concert halls, one seats 1,800, the other a cozy 400. So whether it's a grand opera or an intimate recital, it always sounds perfect. And get this, it only took 5 years to build this architectural marvel. That's warp speed for a project this complex. The price tag? $200 million. Worth every penny. So what does it look like? Well, depends on who you ask. Some say it's a UFO that landed gracefully by the river. Others say it's like river stones, smoothed and shaped by time and water, and that's exactly what the legendary architect Zaha Hadid was going for. Step inside and it only gets wilder. The ceilings flow like waves. The walls twist like liquid. Every angle, every curve, it's like stepping into a living sculpture. You're not just attending a performance, you're part of the art. So here's a fun one. If you could design your own futuristic building, would it be inspired by nature, outer space, or something totally wild? Drop your dream design in the comments. And if you ever get the chance to visit Guangzhou, trust me, this opera house isn't just worth seeing. It's worth feeling. Imagine solving a nationwide drought by literally moving rivers. Sounds like sci-fi, right? But this is real, and it's happening in China. Welcome to one of the most jaw-dropping engineering projects on Earth, the South-North Water Transfer Project. Here's the deal. Southern China gets soaked, floods, rainfall, rivers overflowing. Meanwhile, up north? Dry as a bone. So instead of shrugging it off, China pulled a bold move straight out of a supervillain's playbook. They started redirecting entire rivers. Yes, really. This wild idea actually started as a dream from Mao Zedong nearly 70 years ago. Back then, it sounded impossible. Today, it's flowing full force. 2 colossal canals are already up and running, delivering over 1.6 trillion cubic feet of water every year to thirsty cities up north. That's enough to fill 1.6 trillion milk cartons. Imagine carrying those to Beijing. Good luck. And the scale? Insane. They dug up 388 billion cubic feet of earth, poured 776 billion cubic feet of concrete. The whole network stretches 1,500 miles, longer than the entire length of the Great Wall. But they're not done yet. The next phase? A third canal, 310 miles long, slicing through mountains that tower 16,000 feet above sea level. That's higher than some commercial flights cruise. Above the clouds. Through solid rock. So far, it's cost over $80 billion, and when it's all said and done, they're looking at $500 billion. That's more than what some countries spend in a year on everything. Wild, right? Now here's a question. If you had to choose, would you rather live near a man-made canal or under one of those mega bridges we covered earlier? Let me know in the comments. And hey, next time you turn on the tap, just remember, some people are moving rivers to make that happen. When you picture Hong Kong's skyline, one building practically demands your attention, the International Commerce Center, or as locals call it, the ICC. Towering at 484 meters with 108 floors, this isn't just Hong Kong's tallest building. It's a vertical icon that tells a story of ambition, resilience, and next-level design. Perched in West Kowloon, the ICC isn't just high, it's strategically placed. Sitting on top of Elements Mall and directly connected to Kowloon and Austin MTR stations, it's a hub of activity from ground floor to rooftop. And get this, when it was completed back in 2010, it was the fourth tallest building in the world. Even now, it's still in the global top 15 by height and remains the only building in Hong Kong with over 100 floors. Talk about owning the skyline. But here's a twist you probably didn't know: it was supposed to be taller. The original plan? A whopping 574 meters. But regulations said, nope, nothing can rise higher than the surrounding mountains. So they scaled it down. Still, at 484 meters, the ICC dominates the view and stands proud as a symbol of what Hong Kong can achieve. Now, let's talk about the view. From the south side, the tower offers jaw-dropping panoramas of Victoria Harbour, one of the most iconic views in the world. It's basically a postcard waiting to happen. Behind this architectural beast are Kohn Pedersen Fox Associates, the same firm behind some of the world's most jaw-dropping towers, teaming up with Hong Kong's Wong and Ouyang. And built by Sandfield, a subsidiary of Sun Hung Kai Properties, the ICC is the result of a global-local collab at its finest. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. In 2009, tragedy struck. A lift shaft accident claimed 6 lives, casting a dark shadow over the construction process. But the project pushed forward, honoring those lives with a finished structure that stands for perseverance. And then there's the light show. Oh man, the ICC doesn't just shine, it performs. Designed by Hirohito Tatsun, the same genius behind Tokyo Skytree's lighting, the ICC's show spans 50,000 square meters of LED lights, turning the tower into a Guinness World Record-holding display of synchronized lights and music. Think of it as Hong Kong's answer to the Northern Lights, man-made and mind-blowing. Whether you're shopping in Elements, riding the MTR, or just standing in awe across the harbor, the ICC isn't just a structure, it's a symbol. A vertical anthem of Hong Kong's unrelenting energy, vision, and creativity. So here's the question. If you were to visit the ICC, would you go straight to the top for the view, or stay at ground level and catch the light show? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic stories behind the world's most incredible landmarks. Think airports are just boring transit spots? Think again, because Beijing Daxing International Airport is on a whole other level. Designed by the legendary Zaha Hadid, this place looks more like a futuristic space station than an airport. It's massive, over 7.5 million square feet. That's not a terminal, that's a small city under one roof. Now here's the wild part. The entire terminal is a single building, shaped like a starfish with 5 arms that stretch out up to a full kilometer each. Yeah, you'll probably get your steps in just walking to your gate, but don't worry, China thought of that too. It's got some of the country's longest moving walkways to keep you gliding through in style. Natural sunlight floods every corner, the walkways feel endless, and the vibe? Pure sci-fi elegance. In 2023 alone, nearly 40 million passengers passed through, and they're gearing up to handle over 100 million a year. That's not just busy, that's mega airport status unlocked. And the location? Perfectly planned. PKX sits in the Daxing district, smack between Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei. It's 46 kilometers from Tiananmen Square, just 26 from Langfang, and connects the whole region like a hub in a high-tech wheel. Parking? Covered. Got kids, special needs, or an EV that needs a charge? It's all there, along with robot valet parking, yes, really, tire inflation stations, and more. Step inside and it's like walking into a luxury mall. Cafes, bars, restaurants, designer boutiques, duty-free everything, you name it. Traveling with a baby? There's a room for that. Need a massage, a currency exchange, or a quiet lounge to nap in before your flight? Done. This place even has play areas, spas, fast Wi-Fi, and enough charging ports to power a small village. So, here's the real question. Is this the world's most impressive airport? Or is it something even more? Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you want your next layover here, or is it just too massive to handle? Either way, PKX isn't just an airport. It's a glimpse into the future of travel. If your legs go wobbly just looking down from a balcony, brace yourself. Because the Beipanjiang Bridge isn't just high, it's record-shattering. This beast towers a jaw-dropping 565 meters above the Beipan River. That's higher than the Eiffel Tower. Higher than the Empire State Building. Heck, it's taller than some clouds. Straddling the deep canyons between Guizhou and Yunnan provinces, this bridge is officially the tallest bridge in the world. And what's even crazier, it was built in just 3 years, finishing up in 2016. No shortcuts, just sheer engineering brilliance. Now, imagine the challenge: rugged cliffs, unstable slopes, and terrain that looks like it was designed to defy construction. So how did they pull it off? Engineers anchored massive support pillars deep into the mountains and chose a sleek cable-stayed design, strong enough to hold, flexible enough to sway, and stylish enough to turn heads. But this isn't just a flex in steel and concrete, it's a lifeline. Before the bridge, crossing this region could take up to 5 hours of winding, treacherous mountain roads. But just 1 hour. It's a total game-changer for locals, slashing travel time and boosting the economy like never before. And let's talk views. If you're brave enough to peek over the edge, the scenery is unreal. River gorges, misty mountains, endless sky. It's like flying without ever leaving the road. So tell me, would you dare to drive across the world's highest bridge? Or would you keep your eyes locked on the road and pretend you're not 1,800 feet in the air? Either way, Beipanjiang isn't just a bridge. It's an adrenaline rush on 4 wheels. High up in the wild, misty mountains of Guizhou, there's a bridge that doesn't just cross a valley, it practically floats through it. Meet the Anshuan Longpan Suspension Bridge, where gravity-defying design meets raw natural beauty. This engineering marvel stretches a massive 1,200 meters over a jaw-dropping gorge. And trust me, this isn't just a way to get from point A to point B. It's a full-on experience. You're not just driving, you're gliding through clouds, above forests, with cliffs plunging hundreds of meters below. Now, building this wasn't a walk in the park. The terrain? Rugged and remote. The weather? Earthquakes and high winds are just part of the daily forecast. But instead of giving up, engineers went bold, with a suspension bridge design that flexes with the wind and absorbs the shakes. It's like a giant steel tightrope, engineered for resilience and elegance. Finished in 2003, it didn't just open a new route, it opened opportunity. Travel time got slashed, trade picked up, and the local economy got a serious upgrade. But what really makes this bridge special? Its smooth, sweeping cables blend into the mountains like it was always meant to be there. No concrete bulk. No visual clutter. Just sleek lines and stunning views. Crossing it feels like driving through a painting, especially when the morning fog rolls in. Quick question, would you be brave enough to drive across it, or would your knees go weak looking down? Let me know in the comments. Because whether you're into engineering, travel, or just love a good scenic drive, this bridge is a ride you won't forget. This isn't just a skyscraper, it's a symbol of Nanjing reaching for the stars. Say hello to Zifeng Tower, the tallest structure in Jiangsu province and a crown jewel of the city skyline. Standing 450 meters tall with 66 soaring floors, this futuristic giant doesn't just scrape the sky, it reshapes it. And if you're wondering about its ranking, here's a fun fact. It's the 11th tallest building in China and still among the top 20 globally. Not bad for a tower that opened its doors back in 2010. Now, what makes Zifeng Tower more than just height? It's all about smart design and serious luxury. The base levels are buzzing with shops and sleek office spaces. But head up past the 49th floor and you'll find an ultra-luxury hotel, fine dining restaurants that touch the clouds, and, wait for it, a public observatory that gives you panoramic views of Nanjing like you've never seen before. And this isn't just a pretty face. The step design isn't just about looking cool, it's engineered for function. Retail and business at the bottom, leisure and views at the top. It's like a vertical city packed into one streamlined structure. Oh, And if you're thinking the design feels familiar, that's no coincidence. It was crafted by the legendary Adrian Smith, the same architectural genius behind the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So yeah, we're talking next-level skyscraper DNA here. Inside, you'll find the prestigious Nanjing Greenland Intercontinental Hotel, with rooms that offer jaw-dropping views and world-class comfort. Whether you're a tourist, a business mogul, or just someone chasing that perfect skyline selfie, Zifeng Tower is where it's at. So, would you ride the elevator all the way to the top? Or maybe sip coffee at 70 floors up while watching the sun set over Nanjing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because Zifeng Tower isn't just a building, it's an experience waiting to happen. Here's a crazy thought. What if I told you China built a giant ear to listen to space? Not a camera, not a satellite, an actual ear to the universe. Sounds like science fiction, right? But it's real and it's called FAST. This beast of a machine took 20 years to build and was finally completed in 2016. It's the largest radio telescope on Earth, and it's so massive, they didn't build it on the land, they built it into it, using a natural sinkhole as the foundation. The dish alone? A jaw-dropping 1,640 feet wide. That's big enough to swallow 30 football fields. Above it, 460 feet in the air, floats a super-sensitive receiver that listens to the whispers of the universe. Now, before you start imagining alien DJs spinning cosmic beats, this isn't about sound in the traditional sense. FAST doesn't hear sound. It picks up radio waves from deep space. Think pulsars, black holes, galaxies we can't even see. Regular telescopes capture light. FAST listens to radiation. It's like night vision for the cosmos, but way cooler. And to make this tech masterpiece work perfectly, China needed total silence. Radio silence. So they did the unthinkable. They moved over 9,000 people out of the surrounding area to create the ultimate quiet zone. Everyone was given new homes and compensation, just so FAST could listen without interference. Now let's talk power. Compared to the legendary Arecibo telescope in the US, RIP, FAST isn't just bigger, it's faster, more sensitive, and processes 5 times the data. In the world of deep space listening, it's basically a cheat code. So here's a question. If aliens really are out there, do you think FAST will be the one to hear them first? Let me know in the comments, because if anyone's picking up the universe's voicemail, it's probably this mega-ear in the mountains of China. So, what do you do when your megacity is bursting at the seams and there's nowhere left to grow? If you're Shanghai, you don't go around the problem, you go under it. Literally. Welcome to one of China's boldest infrastructure moves, the Shanghai Yangtze River Tunnel and Bridge. And trust me, this thing is a beast. Picture this. A highway that dives deep below the river, stretches for miles underwater, then bursts back into daylight as a massive bridge flying over 2 islands, all in one smooth ride. It's over 54,000 feet long and cost nearly $1.84 billion to pull off. But the result? Pure genius. Here's how it works. You start your journey in Shanghai, and soon enough, you're cruising through the widest underwater tunnel on the planet, 5.5 miles long and 49 feet wide. Not only that, but it's built like a 2-story freeway. The top level carries 6 lanes of traffic, and tucked right below is a subway line, zipping passengers through without a single red light in sight. Once you're out of the tunnel, there's no mess of exits or confusing detours. You glide right onto a sleek bridge that connects Chongqing and Chongming Islands, and then stretches over the mighty Yangtze River. Even the side lanes are prepped for future subway expansion. This isn't just a tunnel or a bridge, it's a fully integrated transit system. And get this, everything flows at around 50 miles per hour. No stop and go, no bottlenecks. Just smooth sailing, underground and over water. So here's the real question. Would you rather drive through a tunnel under a river or fly across a bridge over it? Or maybe both, just for the flex? Drop your pick in the comments, because Shanghai's showing the world how to build smarter, faster, and cooler, and it's hard not to be impressed. If there's a skyscraper that screams ambition and elegance in one breath, it's the Ping and Finance Center in Shenzhen. Rising a jaw-dropping 599.1 meters, this steel and glass titan isn't just the tallest building in Shenzhen, It's the second tallest in China and fifth tallest in the world. But honestly, numbers don't even do it justice. Let's start with the headline act. The free sky observation deck on the 116th floor, sitting at 562 meters high. That's higher than most people will ever stand in their life. Up there, the world shrinks, the skyline stretches, and you feel like you've stepped into the future. Commissioned by Ping Insurance, this megastructure was crafted by the legendary architects at Kohn Pedersen Fox Associates, the same minds behind other global icons like the International Commerce Center. Construction kicked off in 2009, and even though they hit a few speed bumps, including a materials controversy in 2013 and dropping a planned 60-meter antenna due to air traffic safety, it still came together with remarkable precision by 2017. And let's talk about that facade. A sleek, mirror-like stainless steel shell that doesn't just look good, it's aerodynamic, minimizing wind resistance at these sky-high levels. Under the hood, it's pure engineering muscle. The structure is anchored by 8 massive tapering columns and powered by 33 double-deck elevators that rocket people up at 10 meters per second. That's efficiency with a capital E. But the Ping Finance Center is more than a pretty face. It's a multi-use megastructure, high-end offices, a 5-star hotel, luxury retail, conference halls, basically a vertical city. The 378,000 square meters of space also include an 11-story podium and a 5-level underground zone. And just next door? The South Tower, a sleek 290-meter sibling connected by a sky bridge, home to a Park Hyatt hotel and even more retail gems. Of course, thrill seekers couldn't resist the challenge. In 2015, urban adventurers like Kiao Weilo and the famous duo Vadim Makarov and Vitaly Raskolov climbed the incomplete tower without ropes. Their insane footage went viral, giving the Ping Finance Center global street cred beyond the architectural circles. At the end of the day, the Ping Finance Center isn't just about breaking records, it's about showing the world what's possible when a city dreams big. Shenzhen was once a fishing village. Today, it's a tech capital with a skyline that rivals New York and Dubai, and the Ping Finance Center is its crown jewel. So what do you think? Would you dare take the elevator to the top, or are you admiring from the ground? Drop your thoughts below, and if you're loving these jaw-dropping feats of design, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more stories that'll leave you looking up in awe.